The Supreme Court has, in a unanimous decision, dismissed a case filed by NPP Bono Regional Chairman Kwame Boafo, alias Abronye DC, against some former and current members of Parliament. Minority Leader Haruna Jesu and 10 others were named in this action as receiving double salaries contrary to law. Abronye DC argued that the actions of the affected individuals were inconsistent with the Constitution. He wanted them to be ordered to refund the money. While this request has been turned down, and court correspondent Joseph Akablay joins me with details. Now, Joseph, run us through the list of former and current MPs the suit had alleged received double salaries.
So aside from the minority leader Haruna Jesu, other individuals named in this particular action include Amakofi Bua, who was also a former petroleum minister and the current member of parliament for Mbele, there's Alas and Zong, and there's also former MP Mark Boyongo, as well as Comfort Ganza, who were part of these individuals who were named in this particular legal action.
Also, the AG's department, however, had some concerns.
Yes, the concerns related to the process that has been filed. The Attorney General has made the point that the Supreme Court is a court that if you are approaching on the basis of asking it to interpret certain parts of the Constitution, then the third part of the Constitution should be such that it's not clear when one reads that constitutional provision, he does not understand it, for which reason you want the highest court to explain it. He said that in terms of the provisions that are being relied upon, they are simply clear. So you cannot make a request of the Supreme Court in such a manner, and rather the Mr. Mani should rather seek to go to a different forum to file the matter and not the Supreme Court seeking its interpretation and enforcement power.
Still in court, Attorney General Godfred Dame says he's clothed with the mandate to represent the Speaker of Parliament in cases where his interest in the matter is not at variance with that of Parliament. Now, this was in response to a question posed by Supreme Court Judge Paul Bafo-Boni. It will be recalled that Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin had criticized the Apex Court for not allowing him to be heard before setting aside a law passed by Parliament that allowed license to be granted for the cultivation of cannabis or weed in small quantities for industrial and medicinal purposes. Joseph is still with us. Joseph, tell us about this view expressed by the Attorney General.
Mr. Dame said he was well aware of the comments that have been made by the Speaker, and that he had actually addressed those issues in his legal arguments that he has filed in the case in the court. And he says he was actually sending a copy of those legal arguments to the Speaker of Parliament to show the Speaker of Parliament that his interest in that of Parliament in this particular case. So he said as far as he's concerned, he as Attorney General can represent the Speaker of Parliament or Parliament for that matter in such an action, especially because his position is that the law that was passed by Parliament was in accordance with law, and that's the position that he believes is that of the Speaker of Parliament and Parliament as a house as well.
Court correspondent Joseph Akablay.